Hello students, welcome to IFS and very good afternoon to all of you. So अब तक हम romantic age तक पढ़ाई already कर ली है and now today we are going to study Victorian age. So Victorian age was the age between 1800 till 1850 till 1900, okay? Because earlier the romantic age ended in 1850 and then later on the Victorian age started. So first, as always, we are going to study the history and the background. Then we will also look for the theme and style of this particular age. Okay, so in today's session, first of all, I would like to give you a brief introduction that what we are going to study. So this age or the background of this age started with the reign of Queen Victoria. I'm extremely sorry. So earlier, as you have seen that Elizabeth ruled and the age was called as Elizabethan age. Similarly, when Queen Victoria ruled, the age was called as Victorian age. Okay, so this was the reign of Queen Victoria, and the Victorian age. And the Victorian age was from 1850 till 1900 was the next golden period of Britain after the Elizabeth age. So as you all know that Elizabeth age was considered as the golden age, right? So similarly, this age, Victorian age, was called as second golden age of Britain. Okay, so this is one of the important things that you have to remember. Now we are going to look for the historical background. So first is that material development happened. So what is this material development? Huge improvements in the technology, ड्यू टू इंडस्ट्रियल रेवोल्यूशन. सो इंडस्ट्रियल रेवोल्यूशन की वजह से बहुत सारी टेक्नोलॉजी की मतलब डेवलपमेंट हुई. ओके, and then brimming with commercial energy and prosperity. So this age was brimming with prosperity or commercial energy was all around, because there was a lot of industries coming up. People were making companies, making industries for their business. Okay, then there were two major things happened. The great exhibition of 1851 in Crystal Palace, where manufactured goods of Britain were displayed. Okay, एंड एग्जीबिशन हुआ था जिसमें क्रिस्टल पैलेस में हुआ था, वेयर मैन्युफैक्चर्ड गुड्स ऑफ ब्रिटेन वर डिस्प्लेड. वहां पे दिखाए गए थे, सजाए हुए थे फॉर एवरीवन. एंड द सेकेंड थिंग हैपेंड वाज सोशल इनजस्टिस. What was this social injustice? Social injustice due to working conditions of poor people. Working conditions of poor people. Okay, so then in this age, Charles Dickens and Elizabeth Gaskell talked about the social condition of England in their novels. Okay, so what happened actually? So as you can see that there was the industrialization was happening. The people were suffering because even in romantic age or before romantic age, we saw that peasants or the workers were not getting proper wages. They were not getting proper respect that was needed for them. So that is why what happened, that people, the poor people were suffering, and so everybody should get to know about their situation. What actually happened was Charles Dickens and Elizabeth Gaskell started writing novels for these poor people, okay, and explaining their condition. The social problem novels focused on the poverty and suffering of working class people. So what actually happened that there was new genre came up, that is the social problem novels. The novels were written only to display the social problems that the people are facing of that age, okay, of that country. So that is why what was the focus of that type of novels, to show or to focus on the poverty and the suffering of working class people, okay. Social problem novels focused on the poverty and suffering of working class people, okay. Second was Chartism. So what was this Chartism? That British working class movement that emerged in 1838 and was most active between 1338 and 1348. Okay, so here working class people demanded some changes. For example, right to vote, then equal electoral district, then annual elected parliament, then abolish of poverty given to the members of the parliament. ओके, सो ये सारी चीजों की उन्होंने डिमांड की. सो चार्टिज्म वाज द मूवमेंट दैट हैपेंड इन ब्रिटेन. So British working class movement, and which started in 1830, it started in 1836 basically, but it was active, मतलब ज़्यादा लोगों ने उसमें participate किया in 1838 and lasted till 1848. Okay, 10 साल तक. Can you imagine? People were fighting for their rights such as right to vote, then also for the equal electoral district, देन एनुअल इलेक्टेड पार्लियामेंट, इन सबकी मांग कर रहे थे वो. ओके, सो इट वाज द ब्रिटिश वर्किंग क्लास मूवमेंट that emerged in 1836 and was most active between 1838 to 1848. Okay, and here what they demanded for right to vote and all the other required and all other demands that they were eligible for. Okay, next is intellectual developments. What the third historical background was there, or what historical development was there, was intellectual development. So what is this intellectual development? So a revolution in scientific thought after Charles Darwin's on the origin of species was published in 1859. So what actually happened? Revolution in scientific thought after Charles Darwin's on the origin of species was published. in 1859. Okay, remember this date. The book talked about the evolution and natural selection that resulted in the clash between faith and reason. So actually what happened, that after the Charles Darwin's this book on the origin of species, there was a question that whether the god exists or people were not, as we also discussed this in our last age, in the romantic age, that people actually lost or before romantic age, that people actually lost faith from the god, and they started questioning, and they also said that the god is only the watcher and not the doer. Yes, so this was put forward, this thought was put forward, and people started believing scientific people started believing in the science. So their trust from the god was reducing. Okay, and they started, so this was the clash, or this was the confusion in the people's mind in between the faith and the reason. So if you should have faith blindly, or you should reason it, that what is the reason behind it. You should question that yes, why is this happening, or you should blindly have faith in the things. Okay, so this was the historical background of this Victorian age. Now we are going to talk about the literary features. The first literary feature we are going to talk about is social problem novels. So social problem novels started. So novels by Charles Dickens and Elizabeth Gaskell that talked about the social condition of England. Novels by Charles Dickens and Elizabeth Gaskell. Talked about social condition of England. Next is Victorian morality and revolt. So in this Victorian morality and revolt, the writers such as Tennyson adhered to Victorian morality. Okay, so writers such as Thomas Carlyle, then Matthew Arnold, William Makepeace, then are satired the snobbishness of this age. Okay, then next one is influence of science and religion. So there was influence of science and religion here. So as we already talked, yes, so as we already talked that with the note or with the novel written or the essay written by Darwin, or that is the On the Origin of Species, influenced the works of Tennyson. So this particular work influenced a lot of other writers such as Tennyson, then Matthew Arnold, okay, and Carlyle. And then the Oxford movement influenced many writers. So here Oxford movement happened. Influenced many writers. Okay, so this is what you have to remember. Got it? So these are the literary features. और क्या क्या हुआ? So there was the novel became the most popular form of literature. So इसमें क्या हुआ कि as we already know कि novels were started coming up from the Restoration age. But novels को सबसे ज़्यादा popularity कब मिली? In the novels started becoming popular form of literature in the Victorian age. So paper and printing, पेपर एंड प्रिंटिंग कॉस्ट बिकेम चीपर बिकॉज नॉवेल ज्यादा से ज्यादा कॉपीज बिकने लग गई है ना, इसीलिए पेपर की डिमांड बढ़ गई, प्रिंटिंग की डिमांड बढ़ गई, इसीलिए फिर पेपर और प्रिंटिंग क्या हो गया, उसके प्राइसेस रिड्यूस हो गए. became cheaper. Cheap मतलब सस्ता होना. Okay. Demand for books increased. Novels became very popular. Demands for books increased eventually. Increased and novels became very popular. Okay. Okay, so here we have few comments. Yes. Hello Kitty. Good afternoon Shruti. Hello Jignesh. Hello Shubham. Okay, Rahul. So course की जो fees है for this particular course is 5,000. So this is actually the discounted price. अगर आप जल्दी enroll करते हैं, so you will get it in a discounted price. Later on the prices may get increased, okay, and you can get all the required details from our counselor जिनका नाम already दिया हुआ है, okay. And you also have to, if you want to know more about it, you can also visit our website. उस पे भी सारे details mentioned है, okay. Next, now we are going to talk about the important poets of this age, okay. So first most important poet of this age is Alfred Lord Tennyson. So Alfred Lord Tennyson chose legends of King Arthur and Homer's Iliad and Odyssey as the subject matter of his poems, okay. So to write about poetry or to write poems, he chose a subject. He chose a topic. और उसका टॉपिक क्या था? chose legends of King Arthur and Homer's Iliad and Odyssey. इस पे उन्होंने बुक्स, इस पे उन्होंने पोएम्स लिखना स्टार्ट किया. Okay, so legends of, so please remember this. Questions are being asked from this particular topic. टेनिसन, अल्फ्रेड टेनिसन के ऊपर क्वेश्चंस पूछे जाते हैं एग्जाम में. उनके इंपॉर्टेंट वर्क के ऊपर क्वेश्चंस पूछे जाते हैं. सो उन्होंने किस पे से उनकी पोएम्स इंस्पायर होके लिखना स्टार्ट की, वो पूछा जाएगा, जिसका आंसर होगा बाय द लेजेंड्स ऑफ किंग, बाय किंग आर्थर एंड होमर्स लाइड एंड ओडिसी, ओके. as the subject matter of his poems. Now let's talk about the major works. First one is Lotus Eaters. Second is Ulysses. Third one is Lady of Shalott. Then Palace of Art. Then in Memoriam. Then Idylls of the King. ये उनके बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट वर्क है जिनको याद रखना जरूरी है. Okay, so let me just, so before we talk about Robert Browning's, let me just ask few of the comments came here from the students. Hello Leela. Then we have also comment from Disha. So Disha, अगर आप CSR net crack करना चाहते हैं, so first of all tell me your subject, and we have different platforms, we have different channels for CSR net, so you can visit on those channels and you can ask the required faculties to give you a proper explanation, and actually they have it. Okay, so you can visit those channels and then look for the videos, relevant videos, and आपको पता चल जाएगा how you can prepare and crack the CSR net exam. Okay, here we are talking about UGC net exam. So please, if you have any doubts, anything you want to ask me related to UGC net, you can definitely ask it to me. And yes, for Revati's question, Revati, you can visit our website or you can download our app. From both the two options, there you can find any option convenient to you, and you can join to our test series. Okay. Yes. Good afternoon, Yuvraj. Okay, Kajal, definitely I'll share it with you, all the details regarding the course. So basically the course, so I will give it to you in a detail first of all. So you see, here you can see the thumbnail. See, so the course duration will be of the 6 months. Then the course price right now is 5,000 rupees, and the course is structured, so जिसमें आपके सारे के सारे online lectures होंगे, in which you will be getting 300 plus live lectures, in which I will be teaching it to you each and every topic, so each and every part of your UGC net syllabus in detail. Okay, so you can enroll in it and you can study with me, and with I'm not only going to teach you all, but you will be getting lot of papers for the solution. The test series will be there, in which on you will be having test on every topic. Every Sunday भी test होगी आपकी, and there is a separate test series also available for you all, through which you can do your practice, everyday practice, so that you won't forget any of the topics. Okay, so this is it. If you have to ask anything else, here is the contact number provided to you. You can call on this number and get all the other details of the course. Okay. So let's move ahead and talk about the topic. So here we are talking about Robert Brownings. So who was Robert Browning? So he was known for the dramatic monologue. What is a monologue? Monologue is a type of drama which is written only from one perspective. So the actor is a single person, and he has dialogues of all the characters. He plays all the dialogues of all the characters. Okay, that is the dramatic monologue. वन मैन शो जो होता है उसे हम ड्रामेटिक मोनोलॉग कहते हैं. Okay, and his famous works are, देखिए, सबसे फर्स्ट वन इज पोर्फिरियाज लवर. Second is Sordello. Then Bells and Pomegranates. Then Dramatic Romance and Lyrics. Then Men and Women. Then dramatic persona. Okay, so these are the famous works written by Robert Brownings. Now we are going to talk about Elizabeth Robert Browning. So who was Elizabeth Robert Browning? So she is the wife of Robert Browning. Okay, wife of Robert Browning. Now we are going to look the major works of Elizabeth. Okay, so here Cry of the Children, then Sonnets from Portuguese. These are the two most famous works written by Elizabeth Robert Brownings. Next is Matthew Arnold. So the famous poems written by Matthew Arnold are, first one is Dover Beach. डोवर बीच के बारे में शायद आपने आपके ग्रेजुएशन में या पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन में पढ़ा होगा. It is a very famous poem written by Matthew Arnold. Second one is Empedocles on Etna. Etna. Third one is the Scholar Gypsy. Fourth one is, now we will talk about the, so these are the poems. Now we will talk about the critical works, that is essay in criticism, then Culture and Anarchy, and Literature and Dogma. What are these? These are the critical work written by Matthew Arnold. Now one more important poet we are going to talk about is Dante Gabriel Rossetti. So Dante Gabriel Rossetti is poet as well as painter. This is the speciality of Dante, that he is painter and poet. Okay, and he was also founder of Pre-Raphaelite Brotherhood. Okay, and the famous work written by him was The Blessed Damozel. Okay, now we are going to talk about Christina Georgina Rossetti. So who is Christina Georgina Rossetti? So she is the sister of Dante Gabriel Rossetti. So also remember the relation between all these poets. And the famous work written by Christina is Goblin Market. ओके, गॉबलिन मार्केट, ये उनका बहुत ही फेमस वर्क है. Now let's talk about the novelist. So the novelist list cannot be completed, or you cannot actually complete teaching Victorian age without taking the name of Charles Dickens. So Charles Dickens, it will be very unfair to this Victorian age if you don't mention Charles Dickens' name in this whole explanation. That is why it is said so, because he is the very important novelist of this particular age. So what are the important works written by Charles Dickens? First one is Oliver Twist. Oliver Twist is very interesting novel written by Charles Dickens. Do read it. Then Christmas Carol. Then David Copperfield. Next is Harold Times. Then Tale of Two Cities. Then Great Expectations. Okay, so these are the most famous works written by Charles Dickens. The next important novelist is William Makepeace Thackeray. The famous works written by William are Vanity Fair, History of Henry, and History of Henry Esmond. So students, basically what happened in Victorian age was that the writers, the poets, the novelists were very creative. They were very thoughtful while writing their plays. They were very simple in their writing. That is why their writings were very much famous. And Victorian age was nearer to our age, right? Nearer to the modern age. That is why we could actually connect with their writings, and that is why they started becoming very much famous. And one more thing I would like to add here is that so whenever you are studying for any British literature, okay, it is not just Victorian age or Romantic age or any one specific age, but whenever you are studying for British literature, so I actually don't have that much time to explain each and every poem, each and every novel, right? I am just telling it to you which are the important ones. But if you want to learn it from scratch and in detail, then you can definitely join my course, in which I'll be teaching each and every novel, or at least telling it to you the summary of every poem, every novel, and the important key points which you have to remember from the exam perspective. But if you think that no, I am ready to do this self-study on this, then definitely at least once read everything and make your own notes for all these topics, okay? Now, the next important novelist that we are going to talk about is George Eliot. So, George Eliot is very famous. You all might have heard his name. Her name. George Eliot, so what's her real name? Can anybody tell me what's the real name of George Eliot? Okay, so here we have few of the comment. Till you give me the answer, let me just answer few of the comments. Yes, good afternoon, Puneet. Thank you so much, Swara. I'm very glad that you are understanding what I'm trying to teach you. And yes, Tanaya, I have already told it to you how you can join the test series through our app or through the website, and we have also provided you the contact number through which you can take all the required details of the test series. Hello, Saurabh. Okay, so Priya, we haven't thought of classroom classes yet, but we are starting with the new batch on so for the online students. Okay, so you can definitely join the online classes. Okay, so we have got the answer from Priya that Mary Ann Cross, Mary Ann Evans. Okay, so what's George Eliot's name? Mary Ann Evans. Okay, this is the real name of George Eliot. So George Eliot is her pen name. And what are the important works written by George Eliot? Adam Bede, second is Mill on the Floss, then Silas Mariner, and Middlemarch. Okay, these are the famous works written by George Eliot. Next, we are going to talk about Charlotte Bronte. So, who was Charlotte Bronte? Charlotte Bronte was one of the famous novelists, and she wrote under the pen name. Can anybody tell me what was the pen name of Charlotte Bronte? Which is not quite famous actually, but she started her writings, or she started writing with this particular name. She started writing under this name. So why students? So has anybody had this question that why all these poets or all these writers were using these pen names or these pseudonyms? There might be some reason, right? So the basic reason is that they wanted to hide their identity. Now, why they wanted to hide their identity was subjective. The reason was very much subjective. It was different for each and every poet and each and every writer. But the basic reason behind using the pseudonym or the pen name was to hide their own, or they have to keep their personal life and their work life different. That is why they had their personal life with their real name, and they had their work life with the pseudonym or the pen name. Okay. Okay, so yes, we have answers from Tanaya and Rakhi. Yes, Currer Bell. Absolutely correct, Tanaya and Rakhi. The name, the pen name under which Charlotte Bronte started writing was Currer Bell. Currer Bell. Correct. And which are the famous work? Can anybody tell me which is the famous work that you remember of Charlotte Bronte? One I will tell you, that is Villette. Can anybody try? Which is the famous work you remember by Charlotte Bronte? And one more, which is my personal famous, is Jane Eyre. So Jane Eyre is my personal famous book or the novel written by Charlotte Bronte. Then we are going to talk about Emily Bronte. So Emily Bronte is the sister of Charlotte Bronte, and she wrote under the name of Alice Bell. What was her pen name? Alice Bell. Okay, and the most famous work written by Emily Bronte is Wuthering Heights. Wuthering Heights is actually very difficult to understand, but it is very beautifully written. So if you get the gist of it, then you start building interest in reading. It is so beautifully written. But the language used is very much complex to understand. If you are new readers, then don't go for Wuthering Heights. But if you are very much fond of reading, then do read Wuthering Heights. Now we are going to talk about Anne Bronte. So who was Anne Bronte? So Anne Bronte is also, so these were the three Bronte sisters. So these three, Charlotte Bronte, Emily Bronte and Anne Bronte, these three sisters were famous by the name of Bronte sisters, okay, and they chose their pen name as Currer Bell, then Alice Bell and Acton Bell, okay. So what was the pen name of Anne Bronte? That was the Acton Bell. And which are the important or famous work written by Anne Bronte is the Agnes Grey. Okay. Then we are going to talk about Thomas Hardy. So Thomas Hardy was semi-fictional region called Wessex. So he wrote in this particular genre. Semi-fictional region. So his style was writing was a semi-fictional region called Wessex. Okay, and the famous work written by Thomas Hardy is Far From Madding Crowd. Okay. Next, we are going to talk about Lewis Carroll. So Lewis Carroll is so the very famous work written by Lewis Carroll. Who can tell me? It's a very beautiful novel and it is also very famous. You might have even read in your fairy tales. What's the name of it? Written by Lewis Carroll. Alice in Wonderland. You all might have read the story of Alice in Wonderland, right? Yes, so it was written by Lewis Carroll. And what is the real name of Lewis Carroll? So the real name of Lewis Carroll is Charles Ludwig Dodgson. Dodgson, okay. And now we are going to talk about Arthur Conan Doyle. So Arthur Conan Doyle wrote 4 novels and 56 short stories of Sherlock Holmes. So you might have heard about Sherlock Holmes, right? Is there anybody who hasn't heard about Sherlock Holmes? Even if you haven't read the novel or the short stories, you at least might have seen the movie or the series. "56 short stories of Sherlock Holmes." Okay. And now we are going to talk about prose writers. So प्रोज राइटर्स में सबसे पहला नाम आता है थॉमस कैरलिल का. थॉमस कैरलिल wrote so he coined the term as condition of England. Condition of England. Okay. And the famous work written by him is Sartor Resartus. Then we are going to talk about Thomas Babington Macaulay. So he was a British historian, and the famous work written by him is Essays on Milton and Minute on the Indian Education. Minute on the Indian Education. And Essays on Milton. Okay. And last, we are going to talk about Oscar Wilde. So who is Oscar Wilde? Oscar Wilde is playwrighter. Okay. And he was Irishman. And famous work written by him is The Picture of Dorian Gray. So it is a famous novel that he wrote. Picture of Dorian Gray. This is also a very interesting novel written by Oscar Wilde, which is very famous. Then other works written by him is Importance of Being Earnest and Salome. Okay, so these are the different works. Okay, so Suraj has seen the movie. That's very great. Yes, Shruti has also seen the movie. So, so this movie was based on the novel or the short story of Arthur Conan Doyle. Okay, so remember this. So this was it for today's session. I hope आपको पता चल चुका है कि what was there in the Victorian age, how the Victorian age flourished. So I hope now if you have any questions, queries, do let me know. Comment it down if you want anything else, you want to learn anything else from me. Until the time we meet next, happy learning.